Welcome back to America's Retirement Headquarters, home of the Retirement Guys formula and America's Medicare Associates with Nolan Baker. 419-794-3030 is the phone number, and the website is arhq.com. The man who's called the father of the 401k says there's actually one thing missing in the popular retirement savings plan. In the movie The Baby Boomer Dilemma, Ted Benna laments the fact that the 401k doesn't have a component that makes it more like a pension. His answer:
most people who are retiring today, where their retirement savings or 401k and IRAs, should seriously consider committing maybe half or more of that money to a monthly fixed income guaranteed life income annuity. Because managing your investments today to provide a stream of income for 20, 30 years during retirement is a major challenge. And, that's one way that you can at least lock up into some guaranteed fixed income. It's the most secure way.
So we all understand, I think, the importance of putting money away for retirement, but how do we turn that into that money? How much of a 401k should go for that income check, and how do you manage the rest of it?
Yeah, so how you put this together and how you build it all out is the philosophy behind what we call the independent income system. So when you look at the independent income system, and this becomes something that people should really begin to take a look at, in their 50s or, at least within 5 years of retirement time is a good idea to do it. Or if you're already retired while the market is at an all-time record high, now is a good time to kind of revisit this. So within our process called the independent income system, one of the buckets that we have is what is called reliable income. And the good thing about retiring decades ago is you used to go work at a company, and when you retired, they gave you a paycheck for the rest of your lifetime, which typically would cover most of the minimum monthly income needs that you have today. And obviously, as he pointed out, since the transition has been to go away from pensions to 401ks, what happens is people are subject to the lottery of the return of the stock market, and hope is not a strategy when it comes to retirement time. So what the term that he's talking about is called an annuity, and annuities can be confusing topics, but annuities have been around for hundreds of years, and they've been used to provide income for folks even going back to the Roman times. So they've been around for quite some time. I have an example. Dan and Lori recently came into my office, and Dan is getting closer to retirement time. And when we took a look at his investments, he had the overwhelming majority of his money invested directly into the stock market, which, again, with the market being at all-time record highs, has been great. There's been some significant growth that's happened that's out there. When we did the investment policy statement and we took a look at it, the first thing we identified in his risk profile is he had a risk score that was 75 out of 100. So think of 0 as no risk, all of your money in the bank, and 100 would be like investing in cryptocurrency. 75 is going pretty fast. And, he felt comfortable being kind of aggressive, but knowing that, again, the market's at an all-time record high, knowing the fact of what he needed in the future, we were able to identify what is his minimum monthly income need. So, folks, what you want to do is you want to identify what is your minimum monthly income need. So maybe it's $5,000 a month. Then from that, what you want to do is you want to subtract the amount of money that you're getting from reliable sources. In this case, it could be Social Security. Mm-hmm. You could also, if you have a pension, you could subtract that. So in our example, let's say that he needed $5,000 a month. He was going to get $2,500 from Social Security. That would leave a $2,500 gap. Well, you can go to the insurance companies of America, and we can put this in there and let insurance companies compete for who would give you the best offer to provide that $2,500 a month. And it would tell you what type of deposit you would need to make today to be able to have lifetime income that would provide the income for you, either from a single life, you can get a joint life payout. And in his example, one of the other things that I liked about the contract that we put in place for him is not only did it provide guaranteed lifetime income for him and his wife, but in the event that they had some type of long-term care and they had some type of healthcare crisis come up, the income doubled in the form of payment. So it would help give them some extra money to help them be able to maintain control and independence in the event that they had some chronic or critical illnesses in the future. So that is really, when you're thinking about your 401k and you're talking about, what should I do with an old 401k and how much of it should be in a paycheck, the paycheck you need to have is at least your income needs. The money that's left over is your paycheck. That's your fun money. So that's the money in the stock market. And so when you have great growth in the stock market like last year, then that's the money you use to pay for the cruises and all the fun stuff that you're going to want to do. But don't let your minimum monthly income needs be subject to the lottery of the returns of a 401k and the stock and bond market. Consider options such as what Ted said in the audio clip about getting something that provides lifetime income. That's a good way to set it in place. So, again, if you're listening and you are taking a withdrawal from your retirement account and that money is invested in the stock or bond market, now while the market's at an all-time record high is a good time to give us a call, have a conversation about protecting your income for life. Or if you're not retired and you want to say, well, how do I get ahead of this? And whether you're in your early to mid to late 50s and you want to start planning for this today, that's exactly what we can kind of show you is how to take those steps to have more predictable, reliable income in retirement time. Happy to help show you how to make that happen and give you a much more peace of mind when it comes to making that retirement journey even easier.
And that phone number is 419-794-3030. Here's the truth of it. You're going to have monthly expenditures in retirement, and those utilities, those groceries, they don't care if the market is down. Those bills are probably going to still remain there. So you want to make sure you've got that taken care of. It's the difference between paychecks and paychecks. You can find out more about that. If you do a quick Google search, look up the independent income system. There's a great video there for you to watch. You can also see how it's going to work for you by setting up a time to speak with the team at America's Retirement Headquarters. Once again, 419-794-3030, or the website is arhq.com.